Initiating moisture.
Hello, Yoodle Toodle, and welcome to the Moist Meter. One of the biggest complaints I've seen in the comments over the course of the Moist Meter's history so far is the lack of background, the white walls making it seem like some type of fucking insane asylum, really lack of professionalism. So, I got this jumbo Asian man sticker as a gag gift for Christmas, and I thought, that looks like a pretty professional background. So, I was listening to you all in the comments, and now I'm saying you can hold my penis. There's your background right there. So today on the Moist Meeting Shopping Block is the new Insidious movie, Insidious the Last Key, or Insidious 4, or as I like to call it, Insidious Bore. It is a boring horror movie. If you have watched horror movies over the course of the last decade or so, we're going to go through the checklist of what makes them all bad, and Insidious has all of those shortcomings. Horrible plot that makes no sense, check. Bad characters, check. Bad writing, check. Bad dialogue, check. Characters that make the stupidest fucking decisions in every possible situation, check. Now here's where Insidious really starts to excel in these horrible areas. Soundtrack, sound effects. In the Insidious movie, anytime anything at all happens, it sounds like a fucking sack of potatoes gets dropped on a grand piano keyboard. It's obnoxious. It's silly. It's comical more than anything. I just spit everywhere because I'm fucking disgusted by this movie. It's just not good, and it's insulting to the viewer hearing these horrible sound effects as an attempt to scare or startle you. It's dumb. Let's go back to the checklist. Over-reliance on jump scares, check. Entire reliance on jump scares for scariness, check. Now let's branch off of the checklist again. This has some type of dumb, stupid fucking sci-fi subplot. It's not really a subplot because it's the whole fucking movie towards the end where they go into the further, which is kind of like lucid dreaming, except, you know, the further. You're astral projecting yourself onto assholes. And they have superpowers here, and it's so fucking silly to watch. It's just silly. Downright fucking dumb to listen to, it's dumb to watch, it's stupid. I've seen all the Insidious movies up till here. I never thought that series was particularly strong, and this movie is the worst one. It's by far the worst one. And I know a lot of people are going to fight me, oh, but Insidious is fucking great. It's groundbreaking. They really connected shit with horror and made a horror shit show, which I will agree with. But what I'm trying to say is this is just bad even for Insidious. Everything about it was bad. Except for a couple things, which I'll mention real quick. There's a few scenes that I thought did a decent job of building tension before they completely ruined it with a horrible attempt at a jump scare or a bad joke. And I think their villain in concept was cool, but not in practice. Up until the end, they did a decent job of teasing the villain and making him seem very cool and mysterious, but then at the end, they lift the curtain up, they blow their whole load. It's like watching your porn video and it closes out suddenly and you see your reflection in the phone screen and the computer screen, and it takes you out of the experience. It makes you upset, and that's what the ending did to this villain. They just showed the villain in all of his redneck inbred glory. He looked like some type of Hills Have Eye abomination, fucking mutant thing, and they made him almost human to a degree. It just kind of became, this guy's just, you know, an annoying neighbor that likes to watch people fight. And he also has super strength. And spoiler alert, he gets killed in the most boring way. An old lady smashes a lantern on his chest and it acts like some type of fucking nuclear detonation, like a Kamehameha wave. He's gone. Then they also did this really loose tie-in to the first Insidious movie, which was just fucking silly. Spoiler alert again, I don't mean to ruin it for all you Insidious diehards out there, but I need to talk about how dumb it is. So they open a door, which opens up into Dalton's attic, where, you know, he enters the further. But it's really silly because they open the door, they see Dalton there, and then they just walk away, leaving the door wide open. But they have like 3 seconds of just blankly staring at Dalton before leaving. It's like they made a conscious decision to just leave this door open for this little kid to explore. Fucking silly. They're supposed to be the good guys here, and they just condemn this Dalton kid to, you know, getting possessed and shit. It's dumb. Everything about this movie was dumb, except for a few times where I was like, you know, that's not a bad scene. But those were so few and far between, I wouldn't recommend this to even the biggest Insidious fucking soft-cocked fan. So let's plug this shit into the Moist Meter. This is a 20%. It's really bad. Under no circumstances would I encourage anyone to see this, no matter how much you like the Insidious franchise. It's really bad. It was a big waste of time. It was kind of fun to hear the audience's reaction, only because there was one dude who every time there was tension building up, he'd just throw his hands up and go, oh, hell no. And that was fun. He made it fun. So I'm giving it a 20 because that guy made it fun. It's just not a good movie. It's really not. If you're a horror fan, you won't like it. If you're a fan of movies, you won't like it. If you enjoy anything that's even an iota of fun, you won't like it. It's just not a good movie. That's it. See ya.